Hey friends, welcome back to another flow with me. I'm Aiden. I'll be running you through a full body mat Pilates flow. Today we are going to be using a squish ball, and optional you can use wrist weights or hand weights up 1 to 5 pounds depending on what you have. And if you don't have them, no worries. Okay, let's get started. We're going to be starting on our bum or on our knees, doesn't really matter. We're just going to do a little spinal warm up just to get the blood flow and circulation moving, going in with the spine. So your hands can be on your knees, whatever. Just take an inhale through the nose and arch that back and around that chest, maybe looking up to the ceiling. Good. Exhale, scoop that belly around the back, look down towards your legs. Good. Inhale, open up the chest, arch that back. Good. Exhale, round that belly, scoop. Good. One more. Arch. Exhale, scoop. We'll come back to center. We'll take our right hand up and over, big lateral side bend, feeling a big stretch into the side of our body. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reach up and over the other side. Good. Continue that flow. Inhale up, exhale over. It's incredible the mobility I've gained in the 2.5 years of consistent Pilates. I feel like I could just keep on going. Feels amazing. A little pro for you. We'll come up, grow, tall arms reach out towards the side. Inhale to prep, exhale, rotate and twist towards the right. Maybe grabbing a hold with your opposite hand to the knee and reaching that other hand behind you, looking back. And then inhale to center, exhale, we rotate to the other side, grabbing a hold of that knee and reaching towards the back with their opposite hand. And continue. Let's do one more each side. And last one. And then back to center. You can just do a little roll out of the shoulders if that feels nice for you. Okay, we're gonna get started on our bums with our feet in front of us. Knees are bent. Okay, feet are planted. We have a nice bend in those knees. Okay, they're not too stretched out, they're not too cramped up. We're gonna grab a hold of that squish ball here, and we're gonna reach our arms, stretch out in front of you, sit up tall through your sit bones, and roll your shoulders back and down your back, kind of locking out into those lats so they don't creep up into our neck. Pull the ribs and the core in towards your spine. We're gonna inhale to prep. Exhale, we're gonna tuck in our tail, roll off our sit bones, scoop your belly around your back, chin slightly comes in toward your chest, and you're only rolling back to wherever you feel comfortable going, preferably like 3/4 of the way down or your halfway point. And then we scoop that belly around and we push through the sit bones and erect that spine back up to the seated position. So we inhale, tuck in our tail, we roll off our sit bones. Good. We come all the way back up, scooping that belly, rounding out through that back, and then push through your sit bones and erect that spine back up to the ceiling. Good. Exhale, tuck in our tail, roll off our sit bones. Inhale, scoop it back up. Good. When you're rolling back, I want you to think about shining your heart towards your hips, and you're really pulling those abdominal muscles really tight in towards their spine. They have nowhere else to go but down and in. Okay, last thing I want you to think about with that core is thinking about those lower abdominals. So between your two hip bones, you're pushing down and in and squeezing that space. It's gonna allow you to bring the rest of the core in instead of coning through our belly. Okay, we're thinking of drawing it tight, 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 tight in, and then lifting back up. You got it. Keep those legs heavy. When the body rolls back, the legs wanna come with you. It's just a natural response of the body to happen. So thinking about keeping that lower half really stable and heavy. And again, you're only going as far as you feel comfortable going, okay? Honor your body and where you're at, always, always, always. The next time we roll back, you're gonna hold the scoop, okay? We're gonna twist it to the right, back to center, and we come back up with control. Good, so we roll back, scoop, we twist and rotate to the right, same side, back to center, and we roll back up with control. Good, continue through that flow. Now, when you're rotating through that spine, it's almost like you're kind of rowing downwards. You're rotating downwards because you're on a diagonal with that spine. So the rotation is gonna be on that diagonal. All of this could be done in a seated position if you need to, okay? But we're still focusing on that right side of our body there. Just burning out the right side. Keep those shoulders rolled down and back your back. Try not to let them creep up into your neck. And when you're rotating, you're wanting to think about rotating just from the head, shoulders, chest, just that thoracic spine. Again, keeping the lower half super heavy and stable. It's like you're wringing out that core like a wet towel. Okay, next time you go down, you're gonna hold, rotate and twist. We're gonna reach and stretch above our head, back down to the corner, back to center, and then come up from there. Still working on that same side. So we go down, we rotate, we reach, down, back to center, and then we come back up. So now we're kind of tuning into the obliques a little bit differently. We're starting to get into that lower back, middle back, and not just working that core. Remember to find your breath so you don't tense up those shoulders and tense up your body. Okay, let's go 2 more like this. Last one, we're gonna hold it down there, rotate, reach, and down. Reach and down. So you're on this rotation, you're just reaching above your head and then back down to the corner. Let's go 5. Slow it down for 4. Keep your lower half stable. For 3. For 2. And 1. Back down to the corner, back to center. We come back up. We roll back down. We rotate now to the left. Back to center, and we come back up. So we're going to do that all on the left side. So we go down. Rotate and twist to the left. Back to center, and we come back up. Nice. Again, when you're rotating kind of on a downward, okay, like you're rowing a boat. Now your hip flexors might start to scream a little bit, okay? So that crease in the front of the hip there, it's them working because they're part of your core. They're not technically part of the core, but they work hand in hand. Good, especially if your knees are bent like this. Good. Let's go 3, and then I'm starting to add on to this. Making sure you're feeling that nice rib to hip connection on the outside of that body for 2. And 1, we rotate, hold, stretch and reach above the head, back down to the corner, back to center, and we come back up. Good, so we go down, rotate, reach and stretch, back down, back to center, and we rise back up. You got this. Okay, whenever you need to, you can honor your body, take a little break, or lessen your range. Keep it flowing, but just lessen your range. Honor your body. Still can move. Little movement is still good movement. Good, let's go 2, and then we're gonna stay down there. Okay, the next time you go down, you're gonna stay down there, rotate and reach, up above the head, lower it back down to the corner. Up above the head, back down to the corner. Keep those shoulders back and down. Try not to shrug those shoulders up and into the ears there. Let's go 4. Good, for 3, and believe it or not, we're not done after this. For 2. Last one. Back down, back to center, we come back up. We go down through center and we hold, okay? We're gonna stretch and reach above our head and then lower it back down in front of us. So our chest stays still as the arms mobilize above the head and then lower back down. I'm getting those shakies. Shaky quakies. Good, keep those ribs pulled in. Pull that core in a little bit tighter. Keep that lower half really stable. Let's go 4. Nice. For 3. For 2. Last one. Hold in front of you. Little pulses. Little pulses. Let's go 10. For 9. 8, 7. For 6, we're pulsing through the core, not the arms. Good. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Reach and stretch over the feet there. Take a breath. Maybe even shake your head, yes or no. And then we're going to make our way down onto our backs there, all the way. Okay, feet are still grounded down onto the mat. We're going all the way down onto the mat there. Okay, heels are pretty close to your bum. Okay, you could probably even try to touch them with your hands there. You're gonna bring that ball, that squish ball, in between the inner thigh knee area where it feels more comfortable for you. Your arms are gonna rest down to your sides, palms face down, fingertips reach towards your heels. Shoulders are down and back. And we're just gonna do a couple pelvic tilts. So we're gonna tilt the pelvis forward, so the pelvis rock. Tilt the pelvis forward, arch the lower back, and stick your tail firmly into the carriage. And then you're gonna rock your pelvis in towards you, imprinting your lower back, scooping out your core. Your core is on already, so this should feel pretty good to scoop it in. What we're doing is finding that pelvis, finding where our spine is, so that when we go up into our articulations, we feel more fluid through that spine. Okay, let's do one more. Rock away, arch. And then rock it in, squeeze, tuck in your tail, scoop out your belly, start to lift and peel the glutes up off the floor, digging into the heels, lifting the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, and then we hold the top. You're gonna align your knee bone, your hip bone, and the bottom rib cage there, all in alignment, not your chest, bottom ribs. Good, and then we tuck in our tail, we roll back down, one vertebrae at a time, last to be the bum. And then rock the pelvis away from you, arch the back, stick the tail, rock your pelvis in towards you, imprint your lower back, scoop out the core, start to lift and peel all the way up into that neutral, so knees, hips, and ribs are all lining up together. Good. You tuck in your tail, you find a rib to hip connection, you C-shape your spine and melt the spine back down. Good. Can you give that ball like a 25% squeeze just the whole time? Constant little squeeze just to really activate those inner thighs. We're moving at a slower pace because you don't have as much space between your bum and the floor. So you slow it down, you find that control, you find that tension build up and that resistance, and that's where you're going to gain that strength. Let's go 3 more like this. Making sure at the top you're finding that connection, you're firmly engaging at the top. Your ribs knit in towards your spine, your core pulls in towards your spine, and you're tightening up through the glutes so the sit bones lift up and in. Good. The next time you come up to the top, you're gonna hold the lift of the hips there. Finding that neutral again, so knees, hips, and ribs are all lining up together. We're gonna hinge from the hips, creasing at the hip joints. We tap the bum down to the floor and the back, and then we lift all the way back up. So we tap the bum and the back down, and then lift it back up. Good. Finding intention and control through this. Okay. Speed does not mean it's making it burn or it's better. Okay. Slowing it down builds the tension, just like we talked about. Thinking about digging into those heels and pushing those knees up and over the ankles there. Good, getting that nice firm connection at the top there. You get what you give, remember. Okay, let's go 4. For 3, and then we're gonna add on to this. Nice, for 2. And 1, we're gonna lift up and we're gonna hold the lift, okay? We're gonna squeeze that ball 100% between those inner thighs, release a little bit of tension back to 25, and then lower the bum back down. Good, so we lift, squeeze, release, and lower back down. If you're feeling really good here and you want more of a challenge, okay, think about hovering the bum, okay, instead of tapping the bum back down. So you hover, and then lift back up and squeeze. When you hover, okay, you don't get that little bit of a rest. You get a rest when you tap your bum down. Okay, so thinking about hovering it down, controlling it, because if you just let the bum slam down to the floor, you're getting no tension, okay, and you're gonna hit the floor, okay? So we were thinking about slowing it down so that you hover, lift back up, and squeeze. You got it, guys. And when you're thinking about lifting up and squeezing that ball, you're thinking about igniting through those inner thighs, okay, zipping up through your pelvic floor, so the base of your body, and up into your deep core. So everything is pulling up the midline of your body. You got this. Let's go for 3. Nice for 2. And when we lift and we hold, we're gonna squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Ribs are pulled down and in, so you're pinching the bottom ribs together. You're drawing into that core and you're tightening through those glutes as you squeeze and release that ball. Good, let's go 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3, keep those hips lifted. For 2. 1, squeeze that ball as tight as you can, just hold it. For 10. 9, don't let go of it. For 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it squeezed, lower the bum down an inch, lift up an inch. Little pulses. Let's go 10. 9. 8. Exhale every single time you lift. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. You can lower the bum back down. Nice job, guys. Can you tuck your knees in? Can you rock from one side to the other, or just sway your knees from one side to the other if that feels nice? What you're gonna do from here, okay, is keep your feet flat down onto the floor there. You're gonna come up onto your forearms and prop that ball underneath your upper middle back there. So the bottom of the shoulder blades there, where they meet at the bottom, that's where it's going to go. So kind of like where your broad line would sit. So from there, your chest is like perched up. You're gonna bring your hands behind your head and interlace your hands together, creating that nice basket. So let the head drop into that basket, let go of that neck tension, elbows wing out to the side. Your feet are just planted down onto the floor, your tail is super heavy, and your knees are tracking straight up to the ceiling. We're gonna inhale, let the head go back, fill up the lungs, arch the back. Good. Exhale, push into your back ribs, which is where your ball is. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up, come up into your scoop. You're gazing over the knees there. Inhale, let the head go back, fill up the lungs. Good. Exhale, push into your back ribs, lift your head, neck, and shoulders up, come up into your scoop, gazing over the knees. Good. Inhale, let it go. Good. Exhale, when you're coming up. And when you're coming up, I want you to think about shining your heart towards your hips, and you're really pulling those abdominal muscles tight in towards your spine. They have nowhere else to go but down and in, right? Remember? Okay, we're thinking about almost like we're imprinting that lower back, but we're not necessarily feeling the lower back touch, okay? It might touch a little bit, but we're thinking about pushing it down and in. Okay, and with that ball underneath our upper back, we feel like we're almost a little bit wobbly and off center. So to center out your body, you want to think midline. Okay, so pushing out of that ball, pulling that core tight into the midline, and then tailbone pushes down and in. It's going to center out your body. Good. Let's go 2. And 1, lift the right leg up as you lift the head up into your scoop. Lower the foot down as you lower the head down. Good, lift the head up, lift the left leg up. Lower the leg down, lower the head down. So you're lifting at the same time as you're lifting that one leg up into tabletop, altering it from one side to the other. Good, and as you lift one leg up to tabletop, you're thinking about rib to hip connection on that specific side that you're lifting up on, and then lowering it back down. Let's go 2. And 1, lift whatever leg you have lifted. You're gonna go 3 twists, okay? So you're gonna go opposite elbow, same elbow, opposite elbow, back to center, and lower back down. We lift up into our scoop. We bring the other leg up. We go opposite elbow, same elbow, opposite elbow, back to center, and lower back down. Good, continue through that flow. Making sure that you're pressing out of that ball to rotate. Good. It's not just I don't want to see those elbows just come to one side to the other. You're rotating through that thoracic spine. Getting those obliques to fire up. Remember to breathe. Let's go 2. And 1. Opposite elbow. Same elbow. Opposite elbow. Back to center. Lower down. Lift the head up into your scoop and hold the scoop. You bring one leg up to tabletop. Bring the other leg up to tabletop. Feel pressure and heavy down into that tail and sacrum area. Inhale. Exhale, extend and reach your right leg. Inhale, tuck it back in. Exhale, extend the right leg, same leg. Inhale, tuck it back in. So we're now working into those lower abdominals. So think between your 2 hip bones, pushing down and in and squeezing that space as the leg reaches out. Think about hip flexor as it comes back in. Good, let's go 3. For 2. And 1, stretch it out and hold it. Sweep it up, lower it down to a 45. Sweep it up, lower it down with a 45. Ooh, my core is starting to let go. Okay, it's feeling the rippling effect up my middle of my core. Let's go 3. For 2, you got this. And 1, pull it back to tabletop. Inhale to prep. Exhale, extend and reach the left leg. Inhale, tuck it back in. Exhale, extend the same leg. Tuck it back in. Good. You got 4. For 3, don't tense up that neck. Let that head drop into your hands. For 2, 1, stretch. Reach it up. Sweep it back down to a 45. Up, down to a 45. Woohoo! Let's go 4. For 3, I'm getting the shaky quakies. For 2, and 1, bring it back to tabletop. Hold it. Inhale to prep. Exhale, extend and reach both legs out to a 45. Tuck it back in. Can you reach the arms behind your head as you reach the legs? Can you tap your hands to your shins as you tuck into a ball? Good. Reach and stretch. Tuck it in. Reach and stretch. Tuck it in. You got 4. I'm with you here. For 3. For 2. And 1. Can you hold it for 3, 2, 1? Let it go. Open up through that chest. Take a nice deep breath into the nose. Big sigh out. Let it go. Wow. Good job, guys. Roll over to the one side. Grab a hold of that ball. Flatten out your back. Okay. Tuck your knees in toward your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs there. Maybe even like kind of roll from one side to the other if that feels nice. Come back to center. And we're gonna tuck in our chin, start to roll up all the way, or push yourself up, doesn't really matter. We're gonna make our way into a tabletop position, okay, with our squish ball. Not done with it, okay? We're gonna put that squish ball in between the inner thigh, inner knee area, wherever it feels a bit better for you. Your hands are gonna come underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingertips as much as you can so you can put the weight into those fingertips. Okay, your knees are underneath your hips and your toes are tucking. Okay, they're not flat, they're tucking. You're gonna start to do a little cat and cow motion. So drop the belly, arch the back, round the belly, scoop the back. Round the belly, scoop the back. Round the back, scoop the belly. Good, we'll just do one more. And then you're gonna find your neutral, so you're halfway in between that. So you're pushing out of your upper body, roll your shoulders back and down, lift the ribs, lift the abs up and in towards your spine. Okay, and again, your toes are tucked, okay? We are going to push out of our hands there, and we're gonna hover the knees up off the carriage. I just said carriage, it's a mat, okay? And then lower the knees back down. Okay, so you're pushing into your toes, you're pushing into your palms to hover the knees up off the mat there, squeezing and lifting through the lower abdominals and lower back down. You turned on those lower abdominals, so it should be easy to think about squeezing between your 2 hip bones. Good. Okay, let's go 3. For 2. And 1. Can you lift, squeeze that ball, release, and lower back down? So lift, squeeze, release, and lower back down. Thinking about lifting up through that pelvic floor. Think about turning on those in lower abdominals a little bit more. Keep that chin out of your chest. Keep the head reaching out of your neck there. Just put that weight into your fingertips. Let's go 2. Good, and 1. We lift, hold, squeeze, and release that ball. Hovering the knees. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Send the bum back. Good. Shake out your wrist for a hot second there. We will take that ball out. Put it off to the side there. Now, again, we're going to find that tabletop position. So spreading through those fingertips, shoulders come over the wrists, knees are underneath the hips. We're pressing out of the upper body. We're rolling shoulders back and down. Lift the ribs, lift the abs up and in, and head pokes out of the neck there. Shift your weight into your left knee. Good, and lift your right knee up off the floor. Let's actually point through those toes here. Okay, inhale to prep. Exhale, stretch and reach that leg directly behind you in line with your leg. In line with your leg, in line with your body. And then inhale, tuck the knee back in to meet the other knee. Good, exhale, stretch and reach. Squeezing firmly into the whole leg. I want you reaching through your toes, squeezing into the whole leg, and squeezing into the glute. Feeling that nice good crease underneath the glute, that smiley of the bum. Good. All while trying to keep both your hip bones tracking down towards the floor. So if I had a glass of water on your lower back, you're not tipping it over. You're keeping it very still. You have 2 flashlights on your hips. Good, and you're seeing down. You got it. Always have the option to come up onto your knuckles if you need to, or lower down onto the forearms. Whatever feels good for you and your body today. And you can always adjust halfway through or change, whatever. Good, but we have no weights on our ankles here. So we're thinking about really engaging and reaching, okay? The more length you have, the more control you have. The more control you have, the more resistance gonna happen, the more strength is gonna build up. Let's go 5 more like this. Keep pushing out of the upper body for 3. Try not to let that belly sink for 2. And 1, can you extend the leg long? Hold it behind you. You're gonna tap the foot down and lift it straight back up behind you. Good, tap it down and lift it up. You got it. Good, feeling nice big connection at the top. Feel that crease of your glute there. Try not to let you sink into those hands there. Okay, you could have a micro bend in your elbows if you need to. That releases the ankles, the wrists a little bit more. Guys, I'm having a human experience in this class, but we're gonna keep on going because that's what life. We're all human. Let's go 4, and then we're gonna make this a combo. For 3, for 2, pull that core up and in, and 1, reach it up, hold, knee bends in to meet your other knee, extend and reach, tap it down. Good, so we have 1, stretch and tap. We have 1 bend of the knee. Okay, try not to sink into that one side of your body there. Keep the weight still into your right side, into that right hand. Lift that core up and in. Lift the ribs up and in. You have 4. Okay, remember your stability leg, the lower leg, is going to also burn. So if you're questioning why it's burning, that's why. It's stabilizing. Let's go 3. For 2, and then we're gonna hold it. And 1, lift it up and hold. We lower down halfway, lift it up. Lower down halfway, lift it up. Woohoo! Feeling sweaty. Let's go 4, and then we're gonna pulse it out. For 3, and then we're gonna keep it lifted. For 2, and 1, little pulses up and down. Reach those toes, squeeze into the glute. You got 8, 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, 1, lift, hold, stabilize that lower half, okay? We're gonna turn those elbows down towards our knee, okay? Shoulders roll back and down. We're gonna bend through those elbows, lower the forearms and hover the elbows. Good, and then we push back up. Good, so we lower the elbows down, not all the way, we're coming into a hover, and then press all the way back up. My stability leg is burning right now, shaking. So we're going into those tricep dips here, that little tippy bird. Take a break if you need to. Honor your body. Keep those fingertips spread. Okay, try not to forget about that leg there. When the nose goes down, the toes go up. Good, we're gonna add on. So we're gonna go down, shift the weight into the hands, and push back up. Down, shift, up. You got it. Don't drop that belly. Pull it up and in towards the spine. You got this. So much to think about, I know. Let's go 4. For 3, try not to lean into the left hand too much. For 2, keep leaning into that right. And last one, we hover, shift, little pulses. Keep reaching that leg. You got 8, 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck it in, send the bum back, reach the arms long. Shake out those wrists, flick out those wrists, roll out those wrists, whatever you need to do. Take a breath. We're gonna roll ourselves back up, okay? From here, this is where you have the optional hand weights, okay? Or wrist weights, whatever you want. Okay, you're gonna stay on your knees here. Okay, and we are going to grab a hold of those weights there. If you don't have them, no big deal. Okay, knees are hip width apart. Okay, we're gonna bring our arms up into a cactus here. Palms face forward, elbows are bent into 2 right angles. We're gonna roll the shoulders back and down our back, kind of lock out into your lats and pull your ribs and core in. Okay, from here, we're just gonna open and close. So pull the forearms in front of you, dumbbells kind of come together, and then open back up, squeezing into the shoulders. Close and open. I'm gonna regret these 3-pound weights. I already know it, I already feel it inside of me. Good, no shame in dropping down if you need to. Keep that core intact. We're gonna start to lift up onto our knees here. Good, so the next time we open up into our cactus, we're gonna lift the hips up, come up to that tall kneeling, stacking shoulders over hips, hips over knees, and then lower the bum back down. Stretch out the quad. Keep the chest lifted. Good. Lift up onto those knees, open your arms to cactus. Yeah, tell me why these 3-pound weights are feeling like 1,000,000 pounds right now. And I feel like I haven't done anything. Just kidding, we're doing so much today. Good, when you're coming up to the top, it's a full body movement. So you're thinking about squeezing into those glutes, drawing into that core, pulling in those ribs. Let's start to add on. So we go lift up, arms to cactus, press it up to shoulder press, pushing through those shoulders, glide the elbows back down, and close the book. Good, so we open, push, down, close, and lower. Good, you got this. As you push the arms up into your shoulder press there, you're pushing through the top of your shoulder. That's your top delt, okay? But when you're pushing up, you're not thinking about shoving those shoulders up and into your neck and into your ears. What you're doing is you're almost thinking about sliding the shoulders down your back, okay? You got this. When your arms come to cactus, still squeeze the shoulder blades together. You got it. Let's go 3. For 2. And 1, we're gonna hold it up there. Keep those hips lifted, press up and down. Up and down. Good. Now keep those shoulders down, keep those ribs in, core is tight, squeezing firmly into those glutes there. You can always lower down to a low kneeling if you need to. Let's go 4, for 3, and then I'm adding on, for 2, and 1. Arms to cactus, stretch them out to a T. Back to cactus, push it up. Good. Cactus, T, cactus, up. Good. You got this. Slow it down. Find your control. Especially if you only have like 1 pound weights or no weights, you want to slow it down to feel any sort of tension build up. You're not going to get tension build up going really, really fast. You want to slow it down, find that control, feel that mind, body, muscle connection. Good. I'm going to remind you to pull your ribs in, your core in a little bit tighter again. I'm always going to do that for you. I'm here for you. Let's go 2. Good, and 1, stretch out to T, back to cactus. Stretch out to T, back to cactus. Good, keep those shoulders down and back. You got 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Cactus, little pulses up, up, up. You got it. Draw in your core, tuck in your tail, squeeze your glutes for 8, 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Hold, stretch to T, little pulses. Have a micro bend in those elbows if you have heavier weights here for 8, 7, for 6. Keep those shoulders down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Jesus. We got through that. Good job, guys. I'm very, very proud of you. Okay. Roll your shoulders out. Release that tension that we just built up. Maybe roll the head up if that feels nice on your body. And we are going to finish off on that last side. So we're almost done. We got this, okay? We are gonna come back into that tabletop position. So hands are gonna come underneath the shoulders, and knees are gonna be underneath the hips. Spread your fingertips as much as you can so you can put some weight into those fingertips. Good. From here, you're gonna push out of your upper body. Okay, so push the mat away from you. Roll your shoulders back and down your back. Lock out into your lats. Like feel that back body connect. Pull the ribs and the abs up and in, and head pokes out of the neck there. You're gonna now shift your weight into your right knee. Lift and hover your left knee and point your toes. Good. Inhale to prep. Exhale, extend and reach that left leg behind you, pointing through your toes, squeezing and reaching through that whole leg. Inhale, bend the knee back in with control. Exhale, we reach it back out. Inhale, lower back in. Good. Slow this one down to feel any sort of tension build up, just like we've been talking about this whole time. Okay, try to keep both your hip bones tracking straight down towards the floor, stabilizing through the center of your body there. It's like I could balance a glass on that lower back and it's not tipping over. Good. When you reach that leg long, you want to think about that glute, okay? You're thinking about the crease underneath that glute there, the smiley of your glute. Good. Get into that crease. Again, have that option to either come onto your knuckles for this or come onto your forearms. Okay, let's go 4 more. Your right leg is going to burn so much on this side because we've already worked it. She's going to go crazy. Okay, last one. We reach the leg long. We point your toes, keep them pointed. Lower the toes down to the mat, and we lift back up with control. We're only lifting to be in line with our body, no higher, because we want to keep that core intact. We want to keep that back flat and really focus on the length of our leg and the squeeze of that glute. Okay, push out of the upper body. You can have a micro bend in your arms there if you need to. Okay, you got 5 more like this, and then we're gonna make it a combo. For 4, get your chin out of your chest. For 3, for 2, lift those ribs up. And 1, hold. We bend the knee, tuck it in to meet your other knee. Exhale, reach it out, lower it down. Good, lift it up, tuck it back in. So we reach, lower, lift, bend it back in. Repeat. Okay, you can shift a little bit more of your weight into your standing knee to let go of the tension of your wrist. However, we are going to be doing that tippy bird, so the wrist is going to be working. Just try to think about keeping movement and tension in, or not movement and tension, but tension building up into that chest and into your back body to take away from those wrists. Let's go 2. And 1. We'll reach the leg behind us and hold. Lower down halfway, lift it up. Lower half down, lift it up. Draw it up, core in, you got it. We start thinking about everything else but the things that we need to think about. So lift the ribs up and in, push out of your upper body. Keep that leg long and strong. You got 5. Then we're gonna pulse it out for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Lift it up, hold, little pulses. Reach, reach, reach. Squeeze that glute as much as you can. Good, let's go 8, 7. Then we're gonna keep it lifted for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Lift, hold. Hug those elbows tight into your side body. As we bend through the elbows, we lower the forearms down. Nose goes down, toes go up. And then we push out of the upper body. Press the floor away from you. And then we bend through those elbows, we lower down. And we lift back up. You got it. Take a break if you need to for a hot second. There's no shame in a break. You're still moving, you're still grooving, you're still building. Okay, that leg doesn't lift up on itself, okay? You need to lift it up with that glute. I know she's sore. Good, let's start to add on to this. So when you go down, you're gonna hold it, shift the weight into your wrist and push it up. Good, so we go down, shift, up. Good, you can always drop down to double knees if you need to. Okay, to finish it off strong. Pull that core up and in. Try not to lean too much weight into your right hand. Keep it into the center. Let's go 2. And 1, we're lower down, shift the weight, little pulses, squeezing into those triceps. Shoulders roll back. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, tuck it in, send it back. Good, we're gonna drop those elbows down. We're gonna bring our hands to prayer and reach it behind our head. Really nice big stretch there. Take a breath. Gonna reach those arms long and walk our hands over to the right, opening up the side of our left side into that shoulder and lat. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Big sigh out, let it go. Walk our hands over to the other side. Take a nice deep breath into the nose. Big sigh out, let it go. Come back to center. We roll ourselves back up. Let's come onto our bum for a quick little stretch of the glute. Okay, coming into our figure 4, so bend the knees. We'll cross the right ankle over the left knee. Good, maybe bring our hands behind us or lean forward. Take a nice deep breath into the nose. Big sigh out, let it go. Let's go to the other side. So I'll cross that left ankle over, kind of push it forward, or if it's enough, it's enough. Take a nice deep breath into the nose. Big sigh out, let it go. Lengthen out those legs, give them a little shake. Good. Really honoring your body in this very moment for showing up and crushing this workout, guys. I'm so proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. Give yourself a good little clap. Guys, if you like this video, please subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Have a great day.